Alright, 48 Willys Jeep Rat Rod project. Or at least the frame. In the last video on this, we confirmed everything is going to be alright where it's at. So now we can do all the final welds on the frame. And do a few more modifications, and then we can start building from there. First thing I need to do is remove these shock mounts. So I'm going to drag out everything I need to do that while you're watching this. Alright, I got everything drug out, ready to remove these shock mounts. Front ones are going to have to come up a lot higher to make it work since I lowered the Jeep. Then on the back, they're going to have to be removed and repositioned because I'm putting in a totally different axle, and we'll just have to figure that out when I get to it. But I have a few little projects going on with this. First we'll start with them. And then the cross member up there needs all welded together. And then I come back here and weld where all the rear suspension goes on and the C-notch. And we're going to have to brace that up and brace up the suspension, the cross member. And it's a lot when you're really thinking about it, but I'm just going to take it one piece at a time and just start marking things off the list as I go. Right, I got the shock mounts off. It's pretty uneventful, so you didn't miss much. I went ahead and ground a little bit where they came off, not too much, because ugly welds is all the name of the game on this one. Ugly welds and rusty, and that's how we're doing it. So I just ground these down enough that they won't do any damage if I scrape my hand up against it. So next we're moving on to this cross member. I already took the porcupine wheel, cleaned up all the edges where I was welding before. So I'm going to come in and weld everything to everything. The cross member will come out. I made sure of that just in case I had to drop the oil pan or something. I would have to take the body off for everything. So I'm going to go ahead and weld up these spots. And when it comes time to flip the frame over and weld from the bottom, we'll take the cross member out, and then I can get up inside here and do some welding. And over here on this side, we're far from that part. So now up here I'm just going to weld everything to everything and figure out if we need to add some braces. Time to get the welder set up. Well, as you can see, I've been doing some ugly welding, and that's totally on purpose. Pretty ugly over here. It's got to be ugly, that way it matches the old ugly welds that are already on it. You know, we got to make it match. Anyways, now that I've got a bunch of this welded together, I'm going to add a few braces. Like down here, I got this little piece cut to add in here. One for that side. A little brace up here. And then I think I'll be done up here for a while until we flip the frame over and weld everything from the bottom side. So I'm going to go ahead and buzz these in real quick, and then we'll jump to the back, start doing some suspension stuff. We're going to have to do a little redesign back there. Okay, we're at the back of the Jeep frame. This is where I did the C-notch last year. I also lowered the back by raising the shackle mounts and the leaf spring mount over here before they were up underneath the frame. I lowered the back before I did the front, and I couldn't get the front as low as I would like to without doing a lot of modifications, fabrication, or spending a bunch of money. I don't want to do any of that. So what we're going to do is come back here. I have the shackles right now set up to come up to the leaf spring. And I think what I'm going to do is move the leaf spring down here. Should give me a couple of inches of lift in the back. I think it'll give it a pretty good rake. The problem I have is that the shackle isn't long enough to reach down here without hitting anything. So my fix for that is I'm going to take off these welds right here. I'm going to flip these to opposite sides, and that should get it to a spot where everything can work again. And then if the back is a little too high, I still got plenty of leaves I could take out of the spring pack or whatever to get it lowered a little more. So I think what I'm going to do right now is go ahead and start cutting off these welds. And then once we get this all figured out, we're going to move up to the C-notch and brace this up real good. And that there, I think I'm just going to weld and add some braces to it. This right here is going to be the biggest thing. But I do have a little more clearance under the body than I thought, so I'll be able to come up a little higher with the brace for this. I'm also planning on adding a roll cage in later and hook it into the frame to help support all of this. But one thing at a time, we gotta start here and then we'll work our way till this part's done. So it's been a couple days since I've been able to work on this. I'm not really sure where I left off last time, but I'm pretty sure it was where I removed these, because they were on the other sides, so that I could move the shackle and all that stuff. Okay, so now that I got these off, I'm going to weld this part to this part, and I think I'm going to add a little plate here in the back so we don't get any kind of twisting. Because originally this was just mounted on the bottom of the frame with a couple of rivets and some welds on the side. So I'm gonna go ahead and, looks like I gotta clean this up yet. Get this piece cut and then I'll weld all this together on both pieces, or both sides I guess. And once I get these all welded up, then I can work on this hole right here, make it so the bolt will fit through here and the frame, and then we can weld this whole piece to the frame and then work our way forward, I guess. Figure it out when we get there. Since I have everything already set up and I'm already right here, I'm going to go ahead and weld this in real quick. And then maybe jump over on the other side and do that one since everything's right here. And then we'll switch tools and work on this back here again. Okay, so I jumped ahead a little bit to cover what I just did. Just tack welded the shackle mount on there because we're probably going to have to test fit everything again before I final weld it. And I also put a plate on the back of here to brace that up a little bit. And that on both sides up here. I went ahead and added a brace in on here on the spring mount. I'm just using scraps that I have laying around, so this is what I'm going to use on the other side. I gotta cut that yet. And that'll be my brace over there. And then after we get done with that, that's when it starts getting interesting. We need to brace this up here. And I have this piece of C-channel, same size as the frame. So I'm thinking I'm going to use that on both sides. My plan is to go like from here up to about here, and that should clear the body so I don't have to cut any of that up. And when we put the C-channel in, it's going to be flat back here, and it's going to come out because I got 4 inches of clearance from this to the body, and this is only 3 inches. So I'll run that up here and run a brace down and box everything in. I think it'll work fine. That'll give me 3 layers of metal on this, and I still plan to put a roll cage or something to help brace it once everything's all put together. So I'm going to make the brace for that side over there real quick, get that welded on, and then we're going to start hacking all of this up. I think I'll just start with hacking this out. I may just remove this piece for right now and bring it back in later so I don't have to fight with it. We'll figure all that out here in just a little bit. Well, here we are. Things got escalated a little bit. Originally I was just going to trim it a little bit so I could make these pieces of metal go across here, and we just went ahead and took it all out. That's that pile down there. It just made more sense once I started cutting to just get it all out of the way. We'll just weld it back in later, and then I'm not stuck to whatever was there already. We can change it however we want. Rat rod, right? Okay, so this piece of metal here, I'm going to run across the frame rail on the inside here. And as you can see, it is way thicker than the metal that the frame is made out of. It's pretty thin stuff. Maybe 1/8 of an inch, I don't know. So my plan is to take this, notch it out, run it something like that. Once I cut out the notch, I can slide that down, weld it into the side of the frame. On this end here, this right here is a body mount. It goes to this, so I have this much clearance above that. So what I'm going to do, I actually have measured it before I took the body off. I have 4 inches of clearance from here to the bottom of the body. So I'm going to bring this up about 3/4 of an inch or so off of the frame, and then I'll tie that in down here to the frame and the cross member, and this part will fall back down in here, and we'll tie it in, and then we'll box this in, make it as strong as we can. But we're not quite ready for that part yet. I need to get everything cleaned up and out of the way, and then we can start on this headache. I don't think it's going to be real bad, but it's going to take a minute or two to figure out where I need to cut the notch and everything to lay it all out. Okay, I got my piece cut for this side, notched out. Of course, you know what I did next, right? Yeah, exactly. I used it as a template, cut the one for this side. So now you can get a better look at what I was planning on doing. That should brace it up some. We'll tie it in up here. But before I can weld this all in, I'm going to have to, I think, change the grinding wheel, because I think I got about all I can out of that one. So I'm going to do that real quick, grind it, and then we can get the welder fired up. Okay, I got the pieces tack welded in. I don't want to weld them all the way till I flip the frame over and see from the bottom, in case I got to take it back off and modify it a little bit. But I think this is going to be a lot stronger. Once I get the bottom all welded in, I'll go ahead and box in these ends, attach it to the frame, both ends of it. That should make it way more better. And we'll go ahead and weld everything around the notch, and still got a lot to do. But I think that's where I'm going to end the video this time. I'm not sure where I'm going to go from here. I guess I'll flip the frame over and work on that. So once I get this part all done, then we can put the body back on, and then I can do a whole bunch more of welding and fabricating and grinding and all that stuff. And that'll get us one step closer, because after I get the firewall in, I can figure out where the pedals go, where the seat needs to go. And it's just one of them things where you gotta knock it off one at a time and figure it out. And I still have a lot to figure out, because even after I get the body and all that done, I still gotta figure out what I'm doing for engine and transmission for sure. But first I need to get all of this dialed in, at least have a better idea of what I'm working with. Well, thanks for hanging out at Van Gogh Garage. We're actually in the garage in Little Carburetor Spring, Colorado. Thanks for watching. Bye.